on the ground. This is Leonard Fournette. And they're able to get this one across the 35. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Brady. And break. The tight end's got it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some... Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later. No receivers open, so he was forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D, get off the field.
Here's Locke to throw. They'll get this out to Gurley. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And Not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Gurley again. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And Holloway clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now Brady again. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals-Jones. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fournette running right. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, making it all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Fournette running out of the gun. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Now it's Peterson. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
Gurley again here on first down. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. William Golston. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
From midfield, here's Brady. To the right side, complete to Miller. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brady now to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. A final shot before half for Locke. He lets it fly for Lockett. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Block now on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Throwing again on second down. Lock is complete to Lockett.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
On play action, Lock. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Joe Tryon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. They fake the handoff, now Lock. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Brady now on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Pushes him over. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 52 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Under 10, 10. Whip. Watch the whip.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Watch twins.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
Check. Watch 54.
They're running with Gurley. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Brady going to throw. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady. Going up top for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead. Fournette is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. But just power football there down near the goal line.
Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Been a long day for you. Mike.
Throwing now is Locke. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Now Locke, gotta have this one. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on 4th and 2.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback. And he hits a big one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. And he's got it. Out of the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Locke going to try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A shotgun give to Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This one swung out to Vaughn.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a give to Fournette.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Forced out to his left. Got a man complete to Miller. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Brady's throw there complete. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Third down, Fournette. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They're down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Brady got to have this one. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. It's complete. It's Gurley. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Lock to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Buccaneers, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they can't quite seem